before the.
Well, thank you. No, she doesn't.
Goals.
Councilor Scott.
I think, as you're saying now, the clarity issue hasn't always been there because part of the expectations of us that are newer to the council, maybe just didn't know what was needed to be done about, hey, we need this to be a motion, not just, because we may have thought there should have been a report, but we never maybe made a motion to
That's
do
right.
it, right? So I think if we clarify that, that's good.
If we clarify that, we get a motion
Yeah.
before there's a report. But I think we have to also, as council, we have to be very mindful that all our staff has a lot of other things. They do not just come to council meetings and make reports for the next council meeting. I know
That's the other stuff.
there's a lot of, they have a lot of other day-to-day work that they have got to do. They report to council, they're supposed to deal with us, but there's only so many of them. And unless you're ready to go to the budget next year and have a new report writer or 2 new office staff, we have to make sure that they are able and have time to do what they are being requested of this council. Okay? All in favor of the motion?
We could just amend that
To
say that he will be available quarterly as opposed to council members anytime upon request.
in camera.
Okay, quarterly in camera.
Okay?
That would be good.
All in favor of that? That's carried. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to lay this on you at the late hour, and it's only come to my attention, but when the public discussion period is over, I would like to move into in camera to discuss a possible legal matter referring to an identifiable individual.
Okay, so we have some in camera. Councilor Russell?
You can go to new business or?
Yep, new business is what we're at. That was item 1 of new business.
Can I make a notice of motion because you explained to me notice of motion? I'm going to make a notice of motion on a report for the next meeting on how we service wastewater and water contracting in this municipality through strategic plan.
Contractor. Did we not do that with the last motion of when we accepted the contract at our last meeting that we?
This is completely, this will be,
Okay.
Yes. You won't believe me?
Okay.
You want to report at the next
No.
meeting?
no, he told me I'm supposed to tell, he told me, excuse me, the procedural bylaw is it called, you reading? The mayor told me that I should make notice in new business, that I'm going to make a notice of motion for the next council.
You're going to have a motion at the next council meeting.
He's just giving us a heads up.
I'm giving you a heads up because he told me that's the way it's supposed to be.
It's lovely.
Councilor Andrew.
Yes, again, I have noticed a motion as well, okay? Remembrance Day is coming up, and the way things are going, okay? I would like to put a notice of motion in that I will put a motion in, either the next one, or if there's no time on that agenda, the one after that. It shouldn't take too long to discuss. But I would like a policy that if you have members of our staff that work for Lambton Shores in the municipality, who are members of either a volunteer fire brigade or a veteran who has served in the forces, or even a member of the Legion itself, that they be allowed to go to a service, and afterwards they can have a drink. So basically, if they don't want to go, they go to work.
Okay. So you put something together for a motion for the next
Yes.
meeting? Okay.
Just down the road.
Councilor Vance.
Following Councilor Russell's lead, I will be putting a notice of motion. I would like a staff report from Siemens. I would like our staff to talk to Siemens. There's a huge consternation out there about this Oracle system for the sewage treatment facility, that it's not going to work efficiently as suggested to us over the winter. And so I know Siemens manufacture both Orbals and SBRs, and so I'm going to put a notice of motion that I'd like to see a staff report from Siemens that says, absolutely, this thing will deliver, or whatever.
But that motion will come to the next meeting.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
This motion's coming to the next meeting.
There you go.
Everybody's going New business discussion period. Before tonight's public discussion period, I want to remind everyone that this is an opportunity for the public to ask for clarification on matters decided by council at this meeting. I want to remind everyone that this is a privilege, and in the past there have been occasions when this privilege has been abused and was not used for the intended purpose. If further abuse of this discussion period takes place, council will need to consider amending the procedure bylaw to remove this section. If a participant's statement is too lengthy, personally directed, abusive, repetitive, or irrelevant, I will, as mayor, interrupt and warn the person to stop, or they will be asked to leave the council chambers. We want to work with the public in a professionalism and respect, and we will be expecting this from the public as well. So having said that, any questions from the public? Mr. Speaker.
At the,
Oh, Stephanie, you
no, you go.
No, you go ahead.
No, you're up.
I recognize Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just have one question here about the expenses for the new systems in the north end. And it appears that we've
Sorry, I
spent,
didn't hear.
for your sewers, the new sewer systems for the north, it appears that we've spent over $2 million. And was this paid to Dillon's? That amount? It doesn't say who it was paid to in here. Was that all funds that went to Dillon's?
That was paid for engineering, I believe, and design work.
It'd be a mix of
Mixture.
expenses there, and it's a running total of the full project to date is not.
Because I see that it's identified, one of the sections says Zone 3, for over $300,000. Is there a breakdown on what we would have spent $300,000 in Zone 3 just this year? Is there?
There will be.
That's a project running total, that's not just this year.
Oh, so this isn't spent this year?
If you're looking at the capital year.
Yes. Okay, so
That's a project running total.
So then we've given Dillon over $2 million to do what they've done today.
I would have to look at it, I can't say that it was just Dillon. I'd have to look at the expenses.
That's in the statements that you're, capital statement.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? Stephanie?
At the risk of abusing the privilege, I just want to say I am here wearing two hats. I'm Deputy Chair of the Environment Committee at the Grand Bend Community Foundation. I'm also a board member of the Lake Huron Center for Coastal Conservation. I just want to commend you for the motion you passed regarding the dunes and the dune grass on the beach. That's all.
Thank you. That's not abuse. We can take that.
That's nice of you, Steph.
Yeah. Mr. Sherry, you have a comment?
One, glad that you appointed a democracy tonight. Obviously, there's the attention when we need his help too. See what you gave us.
I can't hear. Sorry.
I said, I'm glad that you appointed a new officer tonight to control the flies. How can get his attention when your father's back here?
That wasn't talked about in the motion.
CJ Bonastil.